Just a little one. Just a little one. One more. And we are back. Welcome to Tactical Main. I appreciate you stopping by. That was an awkward cut. It was. But today, dudes, we're comparing two fantastically fantabulous firearms. Glock 19, Glock 17. We're going to take a look at these dudes. We're going to put them close side by side, down on the table, so we can get a side-by-side look at the Glock 19 versus the Glock 17 with some Tactical Main commentary. This video is probably more so for the dude who's still out there trying to figure out which one does he want to get. Does he want to look at getting the 19 or does he want to look at getting the 17? Believe it or not, there's people still out there that are new to guns, dudes. So hang in there, enjoy the video. Hopefully, we can show something here. Let's go down to the table and take a look. But first, more coffee. Okay. We're going to take a sip of coffee and get this coffee out of the way. That's how we do it here at Tactical Main. If you don't know, he's a coffee freak. You pretty much have to be a coffee freak to know what's going on this channel. But here we go, dudes. We have the Glock 17, the Glock 19. Awesome pistols. We already know they're clear because the trigger is depressed. I keep saying that. People keep refuting me on that. Just think about it. The triggers, it doesn't reset unless the slide runs. So even if you did have a round in there and you fired it, now you have a spent casing, it is clear. But just to be on the safe side, we are clear. Both of them clear. Alright, so we are comparing the Glock 19 and the Glock 17 today. Dudes, this can be a little difficult to keep everything in frame, but I am definitely going to try. This little dude right here, this is my crappy measuring tape that we are going to use today. We're going to take another sip of coffee because we haven't had enough. But like I said in the beginning, what we are doing is comparing the two together to help those out who are currently looking at a Glock and they're like, well, do I just get the 19 or do I get the 17? Do I want a compact or do I want a full size? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to compare the size, the capacity, talk about the recoil a little bit because it is a minor difference in between the two. Not a whole lot. The shootability and anything else that might come up. So if you're taking a look at it right now, these pistols do not come factory like this. This is Gen 4 Glock 19, Gen 4 Glock 17, USA made. Yay, I like this one a lot. What I mean is these sights. If you take a look at the sights, I am not going to turn this backwards to me, but you can see I got the Ameriglow eye dots on the 17. And on the 19, I've obviously had it milled out because this is not a 19 MOS. I've had it milled out by Jaegerworks for the RMR cut. And I have Ameriglow suppressor height sights. Can you get it in there? Yellow on the front. My thought process is if you're doing a red dot on your pistol, change up the color up front. All right, you don't want to mistake your dot. You know, if you got a red one up here, you don't want to mistake it for your dot up there and get them confused. That way you easily tell them apart. I'm not an expert, so everything I just said could be garbage and could be completely wrong. I don't know. But let's continue. So they are not factory. Everything else is factory, but the sights have been changed and this one has been milled. So just know that you're not going to get this straight from the gun store like this. All right, it costs a little bit of money, not a lot, but a little bit. But as you can see, we got them side by side right now. The 17 is coming in a little bit longer. We got a little bit of a longer barrel, a little bit of a longer sight radius. On this one, on the 19, since I did move the rear sight forward of the RMR, we definitely have a longer sight radius on the 17 than the 19. But just picture, right, if this wasn't here, that's where it would be. And you'd still have a little bit longer of a sight radius. Helps out just a little bit and shooting. We're going to go ahead and see if we can't lay them on their sides somehow and show you. There we go. We are lined up. Can you see it? It really isn't all that much of a difference, dudes. Look at that. And where most people find the difference for concealability is right there in the grip. I will tell you right now, I concealed this 17 because that little bit of a difference. Sorry to point with my middle finger. That's all I got right now. I'm holding this, right? So don't take offense to that, please. Oh my gosh. But your little bit of difference right there is really not that much, okay? I don't know. It's not that much in my eye. But what I'm going to do is break out the ruler, the tape measure. We're going to go ahead and measure the grip height without a magazine. And it looks like we were coming in just under 4.5 inches. Most likely not going to show up on the camera. And we go down here. These are not scientific technical measurements, right? This is just CACTICALMAIN, high on coffee. And the Glock 17 is coming in at just under 5 inches, dudes. So again, a little bit more height in the grip, but let's talk about that real quick. On the Glock 19, you can get a nice high grip, right? But if you have big hands like me, look at this pinky, right? Your pinky does get on there. The problem, let me try and get a little bit better in there. The problem most people have is getting Glock Knuckle. And what causes Glock Knuckle is not really the design of the trigger guard on it, but so much as this hump down here on the magwell pretty much area that catches your pinky, right? It catches your pinky and it pushes your knuckle up into the top right there. So you gets in there, and that's just something. If you got big hands, you know, don't go out and buy a pistol. Just you know, especially if you've never held it, go to the gun store and at least hold it. And then if you find a better price online, obviously go buy it there. I'm all for supporting local gun stores, but they gouge sometimes. I understand raising the price a little bit, but sometimes they just gouge a little too much. But go hold it, because me sitting here saying I have big hands means absolutely nothing. What qualifies big hands? You know, my hands aren't as big as Hickok 45s. He's got monster mittens, so I got big hands. I do get the knuckle, the Glock Knuckle up there, but that is only coffee sip. But it is only when I'm doing extended periods of fire, dudes. If I'm just busting off a couple magazines at the range, I brought something else to shoot, and I'm just breaking this out to get a little bit more time behind the red dot, and I'm not going wild with it, no, I don't get Glock Knuckle. But if I'm going for a 500, 600 round day, maybe more, yes, it tends to hurt, and most people undercut that right there to alleviate that. And we go to the 17. The 17 allows a lot more room for your pinky down there. Sorry if my fingernails are dirty, dudes. There's carbon all over guns. You'll figure it out once you buy one, right? I'm trying to get that in there. I'm trying to get that in frame. I keep going the wrong way. But there is a lot more room for your pinky down there. There is a little hump, but it is not pushing you up into there, right? So you do not, well, at least me and my mittens, which do line up with the finger grooves. I love the Glock finger grooves. They just fit the 17 a lot better. I can get a lot better purchase on the 17. Now, let's talk about total slide length. Slide length and concealed carry does not really matter. It is the grip that pokes out, and it is the grip that you have to work on. Let me get back in frame. It is the grip that you have to work on concealing. This is down in your pants, right? You're not worried about this poking out. It's the grip, right? That's what pokes out. Let's get some slide measurements on here real quick. I'm trying to speed this video up, dudes. The Glock 17 is coming in at like 6 3/4 inches, somewhere around there, just under 7. And that didn't focus at all. That's great. That's great. You can tell I'm a professional at this. The 17 comes in at just over 7 inches. So, like I showed in the beginning, it really isn't a whole lot more, right? In total size. So, if you guys can tell, I'm kind of hinting towards the 17, right? If you can get over the grip and if you're buying it for concealed carry and you can get over the grip length and you can conceal that, which is no problem for me on the 17, I'm leaning towards getting the 17, gents. You get a full-size pistol that's really not a whole lot bigger than the compact, and the compact's really not a whole lot smaller than the full-size. But let's go ahead and we're going to break down the pistols real quick, right? And we are going to, I'm just going to measure the barrels real quick. Really quick. Right. Now, just because they're listed at certain barrel length doesn't mean that's what it is. ATF has a different ruling for barrel length, right? So here we got the Glock 17. My hands are getting dirty. We have a just under 4.5 inch barrel. Yeah, because I keep thinking that's going to focus. I got to get a better tape measure for you guys. And the Glock 19 is right at 4 inch. So you get a 1/2 inch barrel increase. While I put this back together, we'll talk about that really quick. That is going to give you a little bit of increased velocity. Is it going to take you, hundreds of feet per second over? No. Have I spent money on a chronograph and gone out there and did extensive testing to see how much velocity? No. Right? But it's just common sense. You're gaining a 1/2 inch. You're going to pick up a little bit. My guess would be anywhere from 25 to 75 feet per second, depending on the ammo. But that is to be determined. I don't know. You guys think I should buy a chronograph and start doing a little bit of velocity testing? Velocity testing appeals to me a lot more than accuracy testing. For some reason, I don't know why. I like velocities. Velocities. So there we go, on size. One more again. I'm going to show them, spin them. I'm not going to turn them back to me. No, sir. No, sir. Not doing that. There you go. There's the size. Now let's talk about capacity. All right, capacity, gents. Glock 19 standard factory capacity. It comes Gen 4s and Gen 5s come with 3 15-round magazines. Boom. There you go. Adds a little bit of height, not a whole lot. Glock 17 comes with 3 17-round magazines. Boom. Adds a little bit of height, not a whole lot. It's actually negligible. So check this out, gents. The Glock 19 with the mag inserted basically comes down to the same frame size length as the 17 without a mag inserted. I have a mag inserted on the 17. Let me go ahead and get that out to show you what the heck I'm talking about. It's just about the same size, right? So you just pick up a little bit more when you put your 17 mag in. But 15 rounds, 17 rounds, in case you didn't know that. The upside to the 19 is, yes, you do have a smaller little package, right? A smaller, a little bit more concealable package. The cool thing is it will take the 17 magazine. And now you're just extended out just a little bit more, right? And it doesn't really give you any more down there because you're still up here on that little hump getting your Glock Knuckle. So, but you have that option. Obviously, you cannot run a Glock 15 magazine and a Glock 17 magazine. It's too short. It just comes out. It doesn't lock or nothing, right? So, with magazine compatibility, there are more options with the 19. 19 mags, 17 mags, 19X mags. The 17, you got the Glock 17 mags, Glock 19X mags, and then the Fun Sticks 33 rounders. That's it. So remember that. Smaller guns can take longer mags. Bigger guns have to take long mags. They cannot take smaller mags. All right, real quick, I want to talk about, I said it was going to be a long, short video. It's turning into being a long video. Want to talk about recoil and shootability real quick. There is a small difference, right? Because you have a size difference. The 19 is going to be a little bit more of a poppier. It's not even poppy because it's 9mm, but you will notice that you do tend to rise a little bit more with the 19 than you do the 17. The 17 is a little bit more flat shooting. I prefer shooting the 17 over the 19. Not that this is a bad shooter at all. It's just this one, the 17, it's really negligible, dudes. Like, I'll throw it up on video side by side. It's really negligible. Words hard today. Need coffee. There is a minute difference, dudes. There really is. It's not big at all. So if you're recoil sensitive, either one's gonna be perfectly fine for you. Okay, they don't recoil that hard. There's just know that this one's gonna pop up a little bit more, and the 19X with the longer grip kind of helps you keep it down a little bit more, like the 17. It's just a little bit of a weight difference, a little bit of different characteristics in cycling. So just know that to me, and this is just all my opinion again, dudes, to me the 17 it just holds better in my hand because my hands are so big, and it just cycles and runs flatter and smoother. What else is there to be said? These are Glocks, gents. Yeah, you can't go wrong with either one. That's what it comes down to. Hopefully I'm able to present these side by side and help someone out that is, in fact, trying to decide, do they want a 17 or a 19? I don't know. Me personally, I like the 17. I can conceal carry the 17 in the state of Florida in the summertime with the t-shirt and shorts with just the regular Kydex holster. Do I even have my... Yep, there's my holster right there. Simple little holster. All my subs know about this holster already. And it goes in. And you got a nice single belt clip, tucks in, holds real good to my side. I do have love handles that like this actually just drops right into, so I don't know, maybe that's what helps me out. It might not help everybody out. All right, gents, there you go. Side by side, let's put the 17 on top of the 19. Can't see the 19 no more. 19 disappeared. Well, you can see it down there. So there you have it, dudes. The differences in the 19 and the 17. Again, hopefully I was able to depict a difference and help someone out. We're going to go back up top and we are going to close this video out. There you have it, dudes. The 19 and the 17 side by side. Hopefully this video helps someone decide whether they wanted to go the 19 route or the 17 route. I say go both, right? But obviously budgets are an issue. So take what you've seen in this video here. Never go by just my opinion alone. Get some others out there and take what you've learned there. Go hold them, go fire them, go rent them, go borrow them. And you will find your true calling in the Glock. And then once you get it, you get your Glock Tard card, and you hold on to that joker forever, dudes. Don't ever buy anything else, because Glock is where it's at. I appreciate you stopping by and watching the video, dudes. Hopefully some of you caught on a little bit to that sarcasm? Yes, sarcasm. Of course, Glock isn't the only good pistols out there, dudes. But anyways, I appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you want to support the channel, click on the affiliate links in the description down below. It helps me out. It helps me get more bullets, more pow-pows for you and me. All right, dudes. See you in the next video. I got 2 Glocks in my hand. I got a 3rd one in the safe. I'm going to go wild out with the Glocks. See you later.